Hey guys, Steve here. Today we got a look at the California new Tier 5 American Premium Battleship Bureau Project. I got Billy Sims on the screen there. Cunningham Shear. Straight up accuracy build. This is kind of the prototypical accuracy build, at least for the perks on the right hand side of the screen. Shear is only a level 9, so he's more of an aspirational build placeholder for the right now. Been meaning to level him up for quite a long time now. Promotion orders being what they are, haven't gotten around to it. Here we got a domination mode game. Map Greece. We got center spawn, which is going to be good. We'll talk about positioning in the California in a minute here. Want to run down the stats very quickly. 59.9k health. Highest at the tier. Yes, we do have a high level Sims boosting the HP, so that pushes it up a little bit. But compared to a Mutsu, 58.4k. Fuso, 57.1, and then the drop-off goes down quite a bit. So, very high HP pool here. Same guns as New Mexico, Arizona. Quickest reload out of the three. 30 seconds on this one. Goes up to 35 on the Arizona. Other than that, same traverse, damage, fire chance, all the same. 18.5 speed. Holy buckets. That is the slowest ship in the game, as far as I'm concerned. There may be slower ones of the goofball tiers. Mikasa or something like that. But I don't know. I don't have those ships, and out of the ships that I keep stats on, this is the slowest. So, positioning very important. Turn radius, 640. Pretty damn good there. Rudder shift, 15.5. Now that's up a little bit because I'm running damage con module in slot number 2. Something I'm still continuing to test out. Liking it quite a bit, but I do... Historically, I've used prop mod or steering gears mod, either or on the battleships. You definitely notice them when you don't have those on there, but the reduction in fire and flood damage always helps. And then concealment, 13.5 surface detection. So you could theoretically throw on a Congo, and maybe mess around with the concealment build. At least good concealment on this. Same consumables as the other two Tier 5 American battleships. So, yes, we spawn Salta B. That makes playing in the center very easy, and we're just going to basically stay here for most of the game and just bomb on people. Pretty easy to do. If you spawn on the flanks, though, if you spawn Salta A, you spawn Salta C, no, you don't need to drop everything you do when the game starts and immediately head towards the center, but you should kind of trend towards the center over the life of the game. What you don't want to be doing is getting caught into these out-of-the-way positions way on the flank, where when you wrap up doing what you've been working on, what your main goal was, all of a sudden you clear that flank out. Now it takes a while to turn around, takes a while to get back into relevancy. If you're out of position for 5 to 10 minutes, you haven't shot for 5 to 10 minutes because you were not paying attention to your next move, you were just playing on the flank without an eye towards getting into position, the next position, now you're in trouble because you're effectively leaving your team down a ship. If you can't fire at anyone because you can't reach them and your ship is the slowest ship in the game, well, you weren't focusing on your position. So American heavy battleships, not the Iowa necessarily, not the Alabama, more mobile, but the other ones, you got to be 2 steps ahead. He gone! Nuremberg there, he was dodging us for a salvo or two there. He thought he was getting pretty lucky. But we removed him there. And this game, one of the reasons I wanted to highlight it, shows you how effective we can be. We don't always need to be dealing damage against battleships as battleship players. Mostly you're going to shoot cruisers and destroyers. In fact, I don't recall shooting any battleships this game. So we're going to have an effective game. You'll see the results at the end. Not the highest damage game. When those are your target selections, the damage goes down, Those of you guys that just chase damage, well, shooting cruisers, shooting destroyers only, or, as a priority, not the way to rack up the damage, but it will give your team opportunities to win the game here. Pensacola, though, he's coming around, and he's not yet rushing B, but we're going to be talking a lot about what our destroyers do this game. This game is an excellent opportunity. Well, first we're going to re-angle here, and yes, we had all our guns pointing to the right, but we want to angle towards those guys to the north that we can't necessarily see. So yes, we're going to have 1 or 2 salvos where those front 2 turrets aren't in play, but Focus on your own angling first. Focus on your own survivability. And by making that little bit of a turn and flipping the guns around, now we're much more protected. But what we were talking about, the destroyers in this game, all three of our destroyers die on the caps. And we talk about this a lot. I don't have a lot of good footage of myself dying on the caps because it's a mistake I try and make, but I do, of course, make the mistake from time to time, as probably almost all players do. The problem is you get on these caps and you think, I got to cap this objective. It's very important, so I'm going to do everything I can to stay on this cap and then put it under our team's control. The problem is it's being contested here. Now they have a Pensacola rushing in, and yes, I'm doing what I can to sink the Pensacola. Didn't quite heat on them there, but these guys need to recognize Pensacola. Cruiser rushing us. Yeah, they're going to launch torps. They think, problem solved, right, Captain? No, you're done. You got destroyers now blocking your escape route to the west. You should have already come south 2-3 minutes ago. Now you're permanently spotted. And getting surrounded as a destroyer player with red players close range to you on multiple sides is a death sentence, because no matter where they go, they have red ships within their blue detection rings. Now they're permanently spotted. They've already blown some smokes. They're going to try and use other smokes. Too late. And yes, I'm trying to kill the Pensacola, but even though they're having some coverage from their support ships, i.e. me, I can't necessarily always kill the Pensacola in one salvo. I'm going to try and do it as often as I can. We eventually get them down there, but we've already lost one destroyer and the other one is grievously wounded. And guess what? The mentality is, I got to stay on this cap. I cannot let them get the cap. Check out what's happening. They're getting the cap, but you're dead. And when you have dead destroyers who die in the process of getting those caps that you don't wind up getting anyways, now you're in trouble. Even if you capture the cap and then they sink you, they can immediately flip it. So destroyers, if you're getting pressured on the caps, get off. Same thing's about to happen on A. We have a cruiser over there that either got sunk or is about to get sunk. Yeah, here he is, the Fubuki right now. He's also in the process of getting surrounded. He's got ships to the west, ships to the north, and those two destroyers in B. They're going to be completely surrounding the ship. Why he feels like he needs to stay on A, he's probably looking at the situation thinking, oh, wow, we're tied in caps. We're losing one to the southeast, and if we lose this one, we're going to be down 4 caps. I agree. But you cannot do it all yourself, and that mentality, I got to do everything myself as a destroyer player, will get you killed, especially if you have all the red ships surrounding you. Zara, not going to work. California's guns, definitely dangerous. So you got to respect them. Sitting there broadside of California will get you killed. So ship-wise, yes, we're down 1 right now, but when we lose this Fubuki, we're down 2. The point is, had the Fubuki come over here, helped us spot those destroyers, spot the torpedoes, possibly we win this game. You know, come over here, we can support you. Destroyers, how far are you from your support ships? The further you are from your support ships, the more danger you are. Doesn't mean you can never leave the orbit of your support ships, but you need to recognize the danger goes way up. And when you get surrounded like these guys have been doing all game, there's no helping them whatsoever. But Japanese destroyers, they got the mentality, I can't fight other destroyers. A lot of times you see them not even shooting their guns when they're in close proximity to enemy destroyers. They just have this no-gun mentality, which, yes, you have poor guns. But my point is that Fubuki, as he comes over here, he can spot those destroyers, spot the torpedoes. He's still helping deal with the destroyers that way. You don't always have to deal with destroyers by killing them 1v1. We changed the equation by getting close to your support ships. We know they're going to be trying to torp battleships. They are enemy destroyers. Enemy destroyers almost always try and torp battleships. So, of course, come towards your battleship. You're going to find the destroyers. Now you can spot those destroyers, spot the torpedoes, keep the battleship alive. And as this Akatsuki is about to find out, some battleship players can actually hit destroyers. So, you know, just the fact that you're going back to support those ships. He got one as well. And that's 2 dev strikes in this match with the ship. Cruiser, destroyer. You know, but this here's the kill shot. We are already under fire. We're forced to use the damage con. And now we're just kind of stuck here. We got New Orleans. We got the Jervis piling on. we're going down. I'm going to try and get one more salvo off. I'd like to shoot the Jervis. Don't have the momentum, don't have the speed to get those guns on there. So we're going to settle in for the New Orleans. Front two guns, get him off. He's backing up. Luckily for us, he decides to go forward, trying to dodge those, and he pulls forward just enough that we can get the back guns on. So Darth Big Balls kills us there, but we get his friend right back for the Kraken. So California, two main considerations. Positioning, got to be 2 steps ahead at all times. You cannot get caught out of position. Can't get caught in these zones of the map where there's nothing to do. And it's going to take us 10 minutes to get somewhere where there is something to do. That's a disaster. Use those guns, use the positioning, and you can be quite effective. But, one of the main reasons I did select this game was the excellent opportunity to show the problems that will arrive for you as a destroyer player if you allow yourself to get surrounded by reds. You don't want red players getting close to you, period. But when you get them closing in on you on multiple sides, you're in danger, and you need to get the heck out of there. So keeping an eye on the map, map awareness, that's essential for all classes of ships. That's the reason you really need it for a destroyer player, though. Making sure that they're not sneaking up on you, trapping you, getting you in these positions where you can't escape. Because you can see what happened. We lost 3 destroyers very quickly, and none of them needed to die. They all got in the cap. They got stuck to the cap. They couldn't get out like they were in quicksand. So get in the cap, but be willing to get out of the cap. The willingness to disengage, kind of one of the harder skills to learn and to master. It's something even experienced players such as myself still need to be working on to continue to improve. But newer players definitely need to be thinking about it. Can I survive this situation? If the answer is no, then react accordingly. Leave that situation. Anyway, that's a look at the California for you guys. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. New to the channel, consider subscribing. A lot of World of Warships coming all the time. Questions, comments, leave them below. Love to hear from you. And we'll see y'all later. All right, peace.